So a question I'm interested to answer as well is, can one unit of Mûmakil beat a full stack of Orc Band? Now, I think probably the answer can be yes, because Orc Band are incredibly shitty, and, well, Mûmakil can get out of range of any sort of damage because they can just charge through Orc Band. Even so, they do take a surprising amount of damage when you leave them in a big blob of infantry, as I've learnt to my dismay in the past. But, well, the archers do help as well. I love using the Mûmakil. It really is such a funny experience, especially if your enemy has not planned for it at all. However, unfortunately, getting them to actually move through the enemy is always a bit of a challenge. Go, Mûmakil. Oh my. The cinematic angles I can't really do when I'm trying to control them like this. They have a tendency of getting caught on blobs. Go through. It's hard to say how much damage has actually been done. Not every unit that gets knocked over dies, after all. Go. Also running out of ammunition. The archers are something which I think most people actually kind of underestimate on the Mûmakil, because they do add the range damage which most really powerful units don't actually have. Now, the archers aren't amazing. 7 missile damage is okay in the new patch, but it's not like super top tier, but it will still do a good deal of damage, particularly against stuff like cavalry that's trying to chase you down. Really though, the omnipresence of javelins in the latest patch means that Mûmakil are not quite as all-powerful and all-conquering as they used to be, unfortunately. As funny as it is to watch them run over the orcs by the thousands. There we go. That unit is wavering. Come on. Well, they've gotten a good amount of kills. It's hard to really tell because all the orcs have just combined together into one big blob, so I can't really tell what units are super low. 183 is still a big unit. Still got some arrows. Although I will say that the Mûmakil are even more a big part of what Harad do now, at least in their current state. Harad will probably get more units as the mod is developed, but at the moment, really, Harad's javelins and their Mûmakil are really the only thing that they have that's super good. Their infantry and their cavalry is lackluster. And their archers, honestly, the Shari archers do a lot of damage, but they are not durable at all. They will lose a lot of skirmish fights. Go on, get out of there. Just plough through. Well, they seem to be going right into the thick of it. The Orc Band do such terrible damage. It's worth saying as well that the quality-quantity videos I do will now feature the Orc Band instead, but I'll go into a bit more detail on that in the next one of those, which will probably be the video after this, unless it's the Umbar faction preview, which is a little bit more involved, but I kind of want to wait for Umbar, because I know they've got a couple more units on the way imminently. Come on, Mûmakil. Run. There we go. Mûmakil get their killing done surprisingly slowly though, so just mulching up tons and tons of orcs. I'm pretty sure if I left them in melee though, the Mûmakil would handily lose this. I've got to keep them moving. That's the key. No, don't stop there. This way. Look at all of this nonsense. I'm not actually killing a great deal of them on each charge. Come on, Mûmakil, you can do it. Just charge right into the thick of them. Oh man, the frame rate is bad when you're that close to that many orcs. The orcs just don't have the mass to stop the Mûmakil. No, 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 don't stop there. Get out from there. One thing that I would kind of like to see added to the Harad units is the Haradrim horn for their war cry. That'd be cool. Just as I know Gondor have got theirs. Right, let's try and go for the kill on this unit here. They are just all in one giant blow. I don't want to get close to that because the frame rate will tank. Especially when they're getting run over by the Mûmakil. I can't help but feel like the archers are much more efficient at killing things than just charging through, which is kind of strange when you think about it. You'd think that Mûmakil would kill more quickly, but... or Oliphants, as they can be called. Still my favourite unit, will always be my favourite unit. They're just so absurd. There we go. There's a good amount of destruction there. Come on, out from there. Less of this unnecessary damage. Don't want them to start running amok either, because that would automatically lose me the fight. No. Come on, out from there. Well, a lot of the units are actually getting kind of low now. There's still some nearly full units, but it's still all good. Orc Band are not really equipped to deal with anything. They can bog down units, but they can't really bog down the Mûmakil because they can just force their way through. Although I'm wondering how many hit points they have left, because they've surely taken a fair amount of damage just being stuck in there. They are big targets after all, there's no danger of them being missed. Just slowly and surely. Is that the general unit, I wonder? Killing the general probably caused all these guys to rout pretty quickly with the terror that Mûmakil caused. Let's go for a bit of a fast forward in this one.
Our men have fought much and are becoming tired.
Mûmakil are becoming tired? Yeah. I don't think they can kill the Orc Band quickly enough. There you are, if you're going to invest in Mûmakil, you need more than one unit, it seems. They might still win this, but even so, Orc Band are really the lowest of the low. They are completely free to buy for the first 3 units. Very Mordor in fashion now. And that's also the reason I'm going to be using them for the quality quantity stuff, because they are the worst unit in the game. The Snaga are better than them. Snaga deal out a surprising amount of damage in terms of getting their value for money against higher tier units. The irony. But they're still bad, obviously, because I can't say they trade efficiently because the Mithril Guard cut their way through over 2,000 of them, but even so, Carmul's Chosen didn't do very well against them at all. The Mûmakil would probably do just about as well. With all of this. I don't think I'm getting a lot of kills though, honestly. Well, it's actually hard to tell, there's a lot of bodies here. It'd be a good idea to just leave them in melee for a little bit. A few shaken units in there. There was a wavering one back there as well. Look at this. Well, the blob is getting smaller to the point where the frames aren't tanking when I go near them. So that's a good sign. The thing is though, even though the Mûmakil aren't as strong as they were in vanilla, they are now actually usable without being claimed to be overpowered like they were back then. And I do like that. I do think that every unit that's in the roster should be viable. Because in vanilla, obviously, Mûmakil were looked down upon when you used them because of how strong they were. And Balrog and Sauron, they obviously crashed the game, they were so powerful, so they couldn't be used. But now everything is on the table, so fun times had by all. Javelins really do destroy Mûmakil though. It's actually quite heartbreaking to see. Look at this. Orc band do not, however, so we can rejoice in that fact. There's still big units hanging around though. Well, huge swathes of the Orc band are now routing. So I think we can safely assume that we're going to win this. They have not felled one Mûmakil yet, or Oliphant. Yeah, they are all routing. The fear is real. Well, there we go. So Mûmakil can successfully beat a whole bunch of Orc band that are ganging up on them. So only 1800 kills, which, you know, the main result was routing, which, yes, thank you, announcer. So yeah, that's really the thing that Mûmakil are really good at, I think, routing the enemy. So when you can use them in conjunction with your infantry to sort of hammer and anvil the enemy, the Mûmakil are absolutely lethal. Obviously, major weakness of javelins. Any sort of skirmisher is going to peel away their hit points pretty well. And if you don't keep them moving and they get bogged down in melee, they will also start to die off as well. So they are micro-intensive, but seeing as Harad honestly rely on the Mûmakil pretty intensely at this point, I would say it's fine. And, you know, Harad just need a few more units to make them a more rounded faction, but centering them around the Mûmakil I think is not a bad idea at all. So that was the Mûmakil in action, and next we'll move on to the more simple infantry units again, just to go through a few of them. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the Orc band get squashed, and I'll see you for the next video.